Hello, my name is David, and today I'll be breaking down the issues/causes of why plastic in the ocean is a huge issue to our society and our species. Plastic in the water is a huge issue since there's many species that live in the water and they could get tangled up between plastics, bottles, and every plastic item that's in the ocean as of right now. This is very dangerous because a lot of species are dying off, and you could clearly see like a decrease in their population. It could probably be up here, and it'll just skyrocket down since there's so much plastic in the water, and this is truly horrible for our society. As people, we gotta take matters into our own hands and fix this issue because it's not right for the poor animals that have to struggle with this problem. For example, there are over 8 million plastic water bottles in the ocean. Can you imagine that? That's almost 30 times the people that attended Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. Can you imagine how long that'll take us as people to collect this? We as people have to think and really have to resolve this issue because this is a huge problem. We cannot keep going on with this. If we as people see this going into the ocean, we should take matters into our own hands and quickly pick up the plastic water bottles or quickly recycle whatever is going in the water. Collecting these water bottles by hand will take us years and years. Some of us might even die in the process of doing this. This is how bad it is. We should really take this serious. For example, turtles are quickly dying because there is so much plastic in the water and they get tangled up. If a turtle was to swallow a piece of plastic or any plastic waste that's in the ocean, it could result into them having a blockage in their stomach, which will result into death or even worse. These animals have to struggle with this issue every day because of us. Everyone contributes an issue to this problem. Another issue why plastic in the ocean is a huge problem is because this could result into death and injuries for us humans if we were to go swim in the ocean. Even turtles. This problem impacts over 267 species in the ocean. Can you imagine this? How many millions of animals are in the ocean? People are dying because of us. Animals are dying because of us. We as people need to do something and make this right. You may wonder, how does this problem start? Alright, let's take a step back and let's look at how it happens. For example, people litter in the beaches, as you can see right here. There's a bunch of plastic waste right here. And you can see how it goes in the ocean up here. This is truly bad for our society. We as people breathe this in if we were to go in the water. This is horrible. You know how dirty that is? That's like nasty. This all happens because of poor waste management. We all decide to throw our plastic anywhere when it's not like that. We should all recycle, throwing our plastic water bottles into the blue recycling bin. Another issue plastic brings to animals is that they get caught up into it and they won't be able to swim freely, which results into them getting caught up and not being able to swim for their food. This may result into death, injuries, and etc. This is horrible for the poor animals that have to go through this. Ways we can contribute to this is making sure everyone and our loved ones are throwing plastic into the right recycling bin. And if we all come as people and decide to go pick up plastic water bottles in the ocean, this is a huge impact. Even though it's a small impact, it's still huge since we are taking out a lot of water bottles from the ocean. This means a lot to the animals. Even though they can't thank you, this is a lot towards them since this is where they live. The only way this can improve is if we actually do something. If nothing starts to happen, then fishes will continue to die, and over time, there will be a huge decrease in animals that live in the ocean because of this huge issue. An example is the Camilo Beach. It is a big island in Hawaii. There is over more than 15 to 20 million plastic waste. Can you imagine that? That's so much people. That's almost It's so much people. It's so much people. I can't even put it into words. Can you imagine how much plastic that is? That has to be disgusting. The animals have to live in this poor habitat. This is horrible. I feel truly bad for these animals. These animals really need we really need to take care of these animals, because if they die, we won't have a way to live, because some of us may eat these fishes. A nonprofit organization is the Ocean Cleanup. They help clean up the ocean without any cost towards the government. They do this as a non-profit business. They are really truly trying to save the animals from this danger. Please go support them. This is truly horrible for the environment, since a little piece of plastic could do so much damage to us and animals. Because if we were to get cut in the ocean by a piece of plastic, you know how infected that would be, since it has so much dirty waste in the ocean water. This is a huge problem. We as the people should really take this seriously, since there are a bunch of species that are quickly dying off due to this problem. We as the people could do way more than these animals can, since we have eyes, hands, legs. Some of us may know how to swim. We should really take this into consideration and really help these poor animals that are living in the ocean. This is truly horrible, and I am really sad about these animals that have to live in the ocean, since they can't really do nothing about it. These animals are only meant to be swimming. I do want to help these animals, and I hope we as people come together and help these animals quickly clean the ocean. We help them clean the ocean for them, and it may be a better habitation for them. In conclusion, I do think this is a truly horrible experience for these animals, and I think something should really be handled by this, since this is actually horrible. Like, a bunch of plastic is in the ocean. That's just honestly horrible for these animals. It could cause death, injuries, and when people do something, other people may not even see it. It doesn't matter if you pick up a water bottle. At least you're doing something. You're contributing for these animals. These animals will be thankful for whatever you're doing. It all matters. Even if you pick up one water bottle, that matters. Everything matters, as long as we come together and pick up water bottles.